Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the February update for my Pan Those eyeshadows. I am filming this a little bit later than expected. I got a really bad cold, not COVID, just a cold. Don't really know what that was about. So I was out for like a week and a half actually, pretty sick, but I'm much better now. Obviously getting back into the filming schedule and everything else. I'm back in my living room. There's art on the wall, but it's a pretty good update. So let's just jump into it. Okay, starting with my Focus 5 shades. My first one obviously is Red Ochre. It's got a pretty good dip in it. I used it a total of 5 times this past month, and I'm hoping to get it panned within the next month or two. The next Focus shade is Venetian Red from the same palette, and again, I used this 6 times in the past month, so pretty happy with that as well. Both of them have pretty great dips, and I think it'll kind of be neck and neck to see which one I pan first. Next up, from my Maybelline Lemonade Craze palette, I have Ice Pop, which I used a total of 4 times. I think I'm finally getting below the hard pan that I had on it, which is nice. So it does look a little different, which is good. And then I have Citrus, which you can't really see from this angle, but I'll put a picture up per usual. And I used that 3 times this past month, and I actually hit pan on it. So I will be rolling that shade out and rolling in a new shade from Maybelline Lemonade Craze. Super happy about that. I am really getting through a lot of the shades in this palette. Now that I have pan in Citrus, I only have 4 other shades, including Ice Pop, that I don't have pan in, so it'll be nice to kind of get through a lot of these. I feel like with this project specifically, I'm gonna hit pan in all my shades, and then I'm just gonna have a bunch of shades to use up, and I think at that point, I'll probably end up putting a usage cap on all of them. So my goal, instead of just using it up completely, will be to use it 25 times, because otherwise, at a certain point, I'm just not gonna have anything rolling out of my focus shades once I hit pan on everything. And then finally, in my Pure Beer Selfie palette, I have the shade Natural, which I used 9 times this past month. So just, again, getting some good use on it, and it'll probably be in for a while. Okay, now to go through the individual palettes as they are. Because I'm filming this pretty late, if I show you the palette here and it looks a little different from the picture, that's why you're getting kind of a preview, but I haven't panned any new shades or anything yet. So you're getting a little preview for March, but nothing crazy. So starting with Tempura, my goal was to hit the wall. I definitely did. I basically used up everything in this little corner, which I'm really happy about. I used it a total of 5 times in February. Vermeer, I used 6 times. Bon Fresco, I used 3 times. Antique Bronze, I used twice. Love Letter, I used once because I'm obviously focusing on Venetian Red. And Cypress Umber, I used 3 times. Raw Sienna, I used 3 times. It was actually more than I was expecting because I am focusing on natural from the Pure Beer Selfie palette, but I used it 3 times. Burnt Orange, I used once, and Primavera, I used twice. Like I said, Red Ochre, I used 5 times, and Venetian Red, I used 6 times. Warm Taupe, I used 4 times, and Realgar, I used twice. All right, now to move on to my Pure Beer Selfie palette. Pure, I used 7 times, and I really feel like the pan is a lot bigger. Natural, I used 9 times, like I said. Free, I used 7 times. Charming, I used 8 times. Alluring, I used 3 times, which is more than I have in any of the past months, so kind of moving on up in the world there. Gorgeous, I used 3 times. Fabulous, I used 3 times, which again, I just used this palette a lot more this past month. I don't know why, but I was reaching for it a lot more. Strong, I used twice, and Confident, I used 4 times. Okay, now for my Maybelline Lemonade Craze palette. Sherbet, I used once, again, focusing on finishing up Tempura, but who knows, if I roll in Sherbet, that might change, and I'll go to focusing on panning this one. Berry Ice, I used 5 times. Another kind of unofficial goal is to hit the wall on Berry Ice, which I am definitely getting closer to. Sunnies, I used once. Main Squeeze, I used 3 times. Trying to figure out how not to make it super reflective and blinding. Strawberry Lemonade, I used 5 times, and it's definitely getting flatter in that pan there. Lemonade Craze, I used twice. Citrus, like I said, I used 3 times, and I hit pan on it. Ice Pop, I used 4 times. Coral Punch, I used twice. Sweet Tea, I used once, again, focusing on natural. Old Fashioned, I used twice. And Sugar Coated, I used once. So all 3 of the shades that I might possibly be rolling in, I only used once basically every month so far. So it's gonna be quite a change for me to be using them a lot more regularly as my focus shades. That being said, it is time to figure out which one I'm going to be rolling in. So 1 through 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, and I got 3. Okay, so that is sugar coated. All right, so I'm gonna be rolling in sugar coated. So let me swatch out the Focus 5 shades on the back of my hand for you. And I need to like roll up these sleeves. These are like I love this shirt because I love green, and obviously it is about to be March. I'm very Irish, love St. Patrick's Day, love wearing green. I think it looks very good on me. So you're gonna see a lot of green coming up. Okay, here are my swatches for this upcoming month. I'm actually really happy that I got sugar coated, even though it's not a shade that I wear very often. I would have an all matte Focus 5 otherwise, so it's nice to at least have one shimmer in. And also, I think it'll kind of push the boundaries that I had from before. I mean, it's very, it is like similar to citrus in the sense that it's like an orangey shimmer, but it's definitely like deeper and richer. It swatches really well. It is a really good shadow and I like it. I'm also just glad because if I had gotten Sunnies or Sherbet, I would have had to stop my focus on finishing up Tempura from Modern Renaissance. So I'm really glad I don't have to stop that. So yeah, I'm excited about this Focus 5. Filming these updates always goes by so fast that I always feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't think I have. I think that's everything. Just a quick update on where all my shadows are. It's been nice because I've actually been enjoying neutral looks with a pop of color. So I feel like I picked well. Like I'm really enjoying the eyeshadow palettes that I picked. It feels like I just started the project, but it's actually been around 4 months, I believe. So yeah. Go watch the previous updates if you want to see like where I started with all of these, if you haven't been following along the whole time. I've been actually really pleasantly surprised how many shadows I've been able to pan and like hit goals on every month by focusing on them. I still wear like other eyeshadow palettes. I'm not just wearing these eyeshadow palettes. I am trying to reach for at least 1 or 2 of the shades every single day. But besides that, I mean, I do use the other palettes in my collection and other shades in my collection and some fun shades. But like I said, because I've been so into neutral looks with a pop of color, it's been nice to be able to use these. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what I can get used up and what I can hit pan on in the months to come, especially as it gets warmer and it gets more spring-esque outside. Luckily, I feel like these palettes are very year-round palettes, but I do think that the types of shades I reach for are going to change, like which ones I reach for more than others. So yeah, thank you for joining me here. If you like this video, please like it. And if you like me, please subscribe to see more of these updates. Hopefully you are staying healthy, unlike me, but I hope you're having a great day, week, month, year, wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. Y'all drive me crazy.